Welcome to the Email Mavens YouTube channel, the place for winery owners and marketing pros to learn to send email campaigns that sell wine online. Today, we're going to talk about the single most important email campaign your winery will ever send. You know what they say about first impressions? I think that the phrase is, first impressions are everything. And think about the first impression that you create at your winery. People are greeted at the door with a welcome pour. They walk into a beautifully appointed tasting space. They're taken care of at every single point of the experience. They sit there for hours, reveling, wishing they lived there. But when it comes to your winery's first impression in the inbox, I have to say, in many cases, it's not even kind of lackluster. It's a no-show. You invest significant resources in your winery's first impressions physically, your beautiful labels, your gorgeous tasting room, the $50,000 that you spent on a logo design. But when it comes to the inbox first impression, they ain't getting none of that. So I want to just shift gears for a hot second and talk about some stats, some sexy stats like Ryan Gosling sexy. On average, welcome emails get a 4 times improvement on open rate and a 5 times improvement on click-through rate compared to promotional emails. 320% more revenue is attributed to welcome emails on a per campaign basis than any email. Most importantly, when polled, 74% of respondents said that they expect to receive a welcome email immediately after they sign up to receive emails from a business, and yet only 54% of businesses are actually sending an automatic welcome email. That's a huge divide between your customers' expectations and what you are delivering. And I hate to break it to you, the wine industry is no different. A while back, I had an opportunity to speak in front of a room full of wineries about the essential campaigns that every winery has to send. And in doing so, and getting this opportunity to be in a room with 100 wineries, naturally, I wanted to be prepared. So I spent the time going to every single registered winery's website, audited whether I could even find where to sign up for emails, and then kept track of how many of them were actually sending an automatic welcome email. And I'll tell you that the statistics were a little better than the general stats. I believe it was somewhere around 58% sent something to me immediately. But the bad news in that was that about half of those automatic emails that I got were the out-of-the-box autoresponder that the winery point of sale sends. In fact, I had 4 stacked in my inbox, one on top of the other, with the exact same subject line, because these wineries had never taken the time to audit the opt-in experience and see that they were still sending Commerce 7's generic boilerplate welcome. No! Why? I said it before. I'll say it again. Your welcome email is your winery's first impression in your subscribers' inbox. And you gotta make a good first impression. First impressions are everything. That is why your welcome email is the most important email that your winery will ever send. But here's the deal. Like it or not, in the wine industry, we live in a 100-point score kind of a world. You want to get a 100-point wine because it's going to sell really fast? Naturally. I'm going to teach you how to get a 100-point welcome email that delivers that first impression in the inbox. Let's do this. Rolling from the top. The most important thing your welcome needs to do is it needs to get sent immediately. We talked about this already, that there's this huge gap between your customers' expectations and what most businesses are delivering. Think about it for a hot second. In what case is your customer actually refreshing their inbox, looking for an email from your winery? I know one. It's when they sign up to get your emails. So make sure your welcome email is delivered automatically right to their inbox. Do you know how many points that's going to get you? 25. Let's go. Next up, and of equal importance in terms of its weighted score, your welcome email needs to say thank you. Thank you for giving me permission to show up in your inbox. Thank you for letting me stay connected with you. Thank you for your interest in my wines and what we've got going on around here. Second only to your name, the words thank you are about as important. So we want to make sure we put that front and center. It could be the subject line. It could be the headline. Somewhere real quick, your welcome email must say thank you. And then get yourself those 25 points. Here's what your welcome email needs to do next. It needs to give your subscriber something to do next. Emails without action are just words on a page with no feedback loop. You want to get your customer to engage with you the second they get this email. So give your customer something to do next. That could be heading over to your website to check out the wines that you have available. It could be going and booking a reservation. It could be replying to your welcome email to give you feedback about where they heard about you or what they're most excited to learn. If you don't give your customer something to do or look forward to next, you're missing out on a proof point to inbox providers that this message actually matters, and you're missing out on getting your customer to take action when they're most engaged with you on their computer or their phone. Don't miss this. It's 20 points. Give them something to do. Next, give them what they signed up for. Listen, this sometimes can come right hand in hand with giving them something to do or look forward to, right? If you give them what they signed up for, that could be an inside look. It could be a winemaker recipe, but it could be a shipping promotion on their first online order. That kind of like sandwiches up with the one right above and gives you a 30-point score instead of just a lousy 10. Give your customer what they opted in to receive right off the bat to increase their trust in you, to create even more value for your customer, and to get them really engaged right off the bat. That's 10 points to give them what they signed up for in the welcome email. Let's talk a little bit about what they signed up for, because nobody wants another newsletter. I hate to break it to you, but nobody, apart from yours truly, is like loading winery websites and scouring them for a newsletter box and then providing their email address. That's not what customers do. Nobody wants another newsletter in their inbox. How do you differentiate yourself in the subscriber's inbox? How do you make sure that when they sign up, they're really jazzed and excited? You gotta give them the number one thing your email program offers. We call this the email program value statement here at the Email Mavens World, and I'll teach you how to create it in other pieces of content. But for now, just think of one thing. One reason someone would sign up for your winery's emails and not the guy down the street, okay? And make sure that that is reiterated inside of your welcome email. It could be that they're the first to know. It could be that they're the only ones that get offers. It could be an insider look, videos, whatever. But make sure there is one irresistible thing that you reiterate inside of the emails so that they're excited about getting the next one. Oh, and that's worth 10 points. Just if you're keeping score, which you should be. And lastly, your welcome email should do a little housekeeping. You want to set expectations with your subscribers on how often you're going to email them so that they know and they're not like astonished that you send a weekly email or offended that you only email them once a month. If you set expectations on frequency, your customers aren't going to unsubscribe when you make a change with your frequency. Just like you're to show up on Fridays. They're going to be looking for it. The other thing that your welcome email needs to do in the housekeeping world is encourage them to whitelist your email sending. This is increasingly important as inbox providers are cracking down quite a bit on how emails are placed and how emails are delivered. So tell them, we email from members@mywinery.com or hello@mywinery.com. Add us to your address book. Whitelist us with your boss's domain name thing. A real hot tip for this, because I get a lot of feedback on this item, is that people are like, people don't know what whitelisting is. I'm like, that's fair. So going back to like getting them to take action way up higher on our scorecard, you could just tell them to reply to your email. What this does is it actually says to the inbox providers, this isn't just marketing email. These people interact with this email address. That makes it even more important. It's a gold star, ding, for deliverability. It helps your emails end up in the part of the inbox that you want to end up in, which is the primary tab. If you're a Gmail user, you don't want to be in promotions. You don't want to be in spam. So make sure that you encourage whitelisting. And that could be as simple as saying, hey, we email from this address, reply to this email and tell us how you found us, something along those lines. Don't overthink it. But it will get you 10 points to encourage whitelisting. Ding, 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 ding. You just scored 100 points with your welcome email. And you are well on your way to a long and prosperous relationship with your new subscriber because you delivered that right away. Wow. 100-point score. Let's shout it from the rooftops. Let's send an email campaign about it. That's what we do. We send emails and we get great scores. With your 100-point welcome email, you are now delivering an amazing first impression in your subscriber's inbox. But maybe you're looking at this checklist and you're like, that looks like I might have to write a lot of copy, Erica. Don't you worry. If copywriting isn't your jam, I've got you covered there too. We got welcome email Mad Libs. Literally, you remember Mad Libs? You know, where it would be like, come up with a verb, fill in a noun, use an exclamatory phrase, and then you would read it aloud. It would be ridiculous. In this case, these welcome email Mad Libs are not ridiculous. They're ridiculously awesome. What you're gonna get with the welcome email Mad Libs is literally just plugging in your winery specific points in like 6 spots, and your welcome email is written for you. You don't have to do anything. So get that swipe file and your scorecard at emailmavens.com/welcome. You are now the proud owner of a 100-point score welcome email. And armed with this incredible thing, you are now creating an amazing first impression for your subscribers. But as we say here at Email Mavens, you can't just know better. You've got to do better. So use the scorecard, get the swipe file, welcome email Mad Libs, actually turn on your automatic winning welcome email and watch your email marketing results skyrocket because you are now nailing the most important email that your winery is ever gonna send. If you loved this episode, please be sure that you subscribe and go ahead and share Email Maven's YouTube channel with all of your winery business besties so that they too can get a 100-point score on their welcome email, of course, but maybe on their wine. We'll see. I believe in my soul that every winery can sell more wine online by using effective email marketing strategy. Until next week, keep pressing send on your next best email. Can make that awesome first impression that lives up. Damn it. Listen, second only to the words Erica Walter, the words thank you are like my favorite words in the English language. Sorry, it's not that I love myself, but it's true. Like your name is the most important combination of words. You get the point. I'm just like riffing and it's getting weird. That's gonna be you because you're here with me here, because you're here